Good morning and namaskar, Sri Sudhir Rajpal, Sri Devendra Singh, my colleague from the Deputy British High Commission, Mr. Goyal, and Mr. Ashok as well. Yeah. Members of the media, Excellencies, distinguished guests, in terms of doing business summit held in this beautiful city of Chandigarh, let me first begin by congratulating India for successfully leapfrogging from 131st position to the 100th spot on the World Bank Ease of Doing Business ranking. I believe the government's effort has paid off, and as asserted by the Honorable Prime Minister Modi in Davos recently, India is rolling out the red carpet and removing red tapes to its business. The fact that we are here today discussing this important issue here in our Haryana is indeed another commendable effort. And I would also like to congratulate the government of Haryana for being placed as top in ease of doing business in India. And again, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the entire world is looking at FDIs as an important element in sustaining economic growth. Malaysia too has continuously undertaken numerous initiatives to ensure that conditions are always right for FDIs to keep flowing into our country. We have been working very hard to ensure that doing business in Malaysia is as easy and seamless for both locals and foreigners. Today, I will be sharing with you some of our experience in our journey towards developing the economy and easing business in Malaysia. As early as 1991, Malaysia has embarked on an ambition to transform our country into a high-income nation by 2020. However, due to changing world economic scenarios, the global financial crisis, falling commodity prices, and a lot of other factors, it was realized that this target could not be achieved. It was clearly that the government machinery, the local economic environment as a whole, need to be transformed to be more efficient and productive, taking into account the new norms and the numerous advancements. Thus, in 2009, Prime Minister Najib Razak introduced the Government Transformation Plan, or GTP, and also the Economic Transformation Plan, that's ETP, a concerted effort transforming both the civil service and the private sector have to be carried out for our country to move forward. To make all this happen, significant initiatives have been taken by our government, by the government of Malaysia, some of which I will detail as follows. Firstly, the Performance Management and Delivery Unit, or PEMANDU, was established in 2009 under the Prime Minister's Department to oversee the implementation, to assess progress, facilitate as well as support delivery, and drive the progress of the GTP and ETP. The GTP is a broad-based program to fundamentally transform the government into an efficient and people-centered institution. The Economic Transformation Plan was formulated to elevate Malaysia to a developed nation status, targeting GNI per capita of $15,000. This would be achieved by attracting $444 billion of investment into a country, which we hope to create 3 million new jobs. New national key economic areas, which represent the economic sectors which account for significant contribution to the GNI, are identified and promoted intensely. This will raise Malaysia's competitiveness and become the catalyst for our economic growth and investment needed to achieve the high income status. The government's role will be that of a facilitator in coordinating, tracking, and monitoring the development programs. Ladies and gentlemen, what I've just mentioned were the institutional frameworks and ecosystem for change that we are laying. We are also identifying other challenges, barriers, and restrictions in ease of doing business in our country, and we are striving to make necessary improvements without jeopardizing the security of our country. We know very well that being relevant at all times, understanding business needs, remaining competitive are very important elements for Malaysia to remain attractive as an investment destination. Let me just share with you some of the improved facilitations and incentives that we have introduced to make it so easy for businesses to operate in Malaysia. We are giving automatic approval of manufacturing license for non-sensitive industries. We even allowed 100% foreign equity ownership. There are no restrictions on repatriation of profits for foreign countries investing in Malaysia. A very fast process of starting business, which is about 3 days, and there's only one single ID for one company. We have coined, which we coined My COID, which is being used as single source of reference for registration and transaction purposes with all relevant government departments. The MyCoid electronic gateway can be used for incorporation of companies and simultaneous registration with government agencies. This new breakthrough has enabled starting a business possible to be done within 1 day. We have established commercial courts dedicated to resolving commercial cases, and of course simplified property registration, which only requires 1 day, and we are reviewing employment legislation, and we are publishing this guideline on retrenchment management, and lastly, we also have started an e-payment mechanism for taxes. In Malaysia, we have also established a special task force to facilitate business, which we call Pemuda. Pemuda is another institutional setup to assess current business regulatory practices Pemuda identified the necessary areas for further improvement based on feedbacks given by the private sector, including investors. We know that it is important for our country to keep reviewing the business regulatory practice. Ladies and gentlemen, Malaysia strongly believes that we can consistently create a strong and conducive environment for investors who want to invest in our country. We have indeed achieved many significant